So, most likely, most of you are aware, but at the end of this episode, Season 2 of Golden Kamuy was announced, which makes me very happy, because honestly, I did not expect to see a Season 2 for this series, because even though I love it, it's one of my personal favorites from, Spring of Anime 2018, it's obviously a critically underrated series. I feel like the anime, in terms of just how it is, many didn't watch it. Many didn't pick it up because many wanted to drop it after the CGI bear in the first episode, which really upsets me, because I don't think one CGI bear, even if it was used a couple times throughout, Golden Kamuy, I don't think one CGI bear should warrant dropping a series. I don't know, just the story and the way it displayed certain themes and characters and its quirkiness and unique, cast, I'm just like, why isn't this more popular than it is? I mean, I know it's popular in Japan, I know it has won an award and all that, but I'm just very surprised that not many, Western fans, people in the States and stuff, really are talking about this series, which just saddens me quite a bit. But before we go any further, though, I do apologize if you hear any, rain in the background. It's raining pretty hard right now, and it's thunderstorming, and, I've been waiting for it to pass, but it's not gonna pass. It's been a big, weather news report, warnings and stuff, so yeah, there's not really much I can do about it. So if you hear any rain in the background, please forgive me. I do apologize, but I do want to record these videos and talk about these, latest episodes and stuff that did come out these past couple of days. So anyways, to get right into it, this is the finale of Golden Kamuy for the time being, until it returns in, I think, October, which that is some pretty good news, because October, or Fall of Anime 2018, is already looking to be stacked. I mean, we already got, JoJo Part 5 in fall. Now with this being announced, there's probably a couple other series that have been announced for fall already. I just cannot wait for fall already because of just this news alone. So, even though this is the finale, we're just going to have to say goodbye for a while, for 3 months or so, and then we'll have it back once again. So it's really not going to be that long. I mean, y'all remember when My Hero Academia went away? It came back in a couple of months. So, I mean, it's not really going to be that long because time does surely fly when you're watching good anime. But okay, so this is the finale, and I want to be honest here. It doesn't really feel like a definitive finale. It doesn't feel like a really good finale. Now, I'm not saying the episode was bad, but I'm saying for a finale, it was bad. For instance, it didn't really clarify anything. It really wasn't a good stopping point because of the way everything was done in this episode. It honestly felt like just a normal episode to me. When you're watching, let's say, a series in your middle of an arc or something, and it just, you wait for next week for an episode to come out. That's kind of how it felt with this episode. Honestly, if I didn't know any better, and I didn't know that, this was the final episode, I would have assumed that there would be an episode coming out next week. That's just how it looked to me. Because normally, even though a lot of anime typically end in a cliffhanger-ish type, episode for its finale, that's not really how it was for this episode. Yes, there was a cliffhanger, but like I said, the way it was done, it just did not feel like a proper conclusion for the time being until October. But that's just my personal opinion. But anyways, we have it to where this episode kind of just sets up everything. It just sets up everything for the events to come, the stuff with Hichikata, to Ogata, to Tsurumi. I mean, we have a lot of setup, and that's all of what this episode is, besides introducing a new character, which is this fortune teller, which obviously knows a lot more than they're saying, which I will get into in a moment. And then we also have this episode focusing on, our, Escape King, him being able to get a little bit more characterization, and getting to see more of his personality, how he loves gambling and stuff like that. That's kind of what this episode's about. It's kind of like a Shiraishi episode. I'm just like, huh? I mean, I guess it's not a bad thing. I mean, I like Shiraishi. He's a cool character. He's helped out Sugimoto's group quite a bit. But I'm just like, I'm surprised that they would use their final episode for the time being on Shiraishi, of all characters. I don't know. But, okay, so, besides it just being a, Shiraishi-focused episode, the fortune teller. The fortune teller was introduced in this episode, and throughout the episode, I didn't really know how to peg her. I was constantly thinking maybe this person could potentially be someone with a tattoo. That's what I was assuming. But that was like, Shiraishi obviously, he would recognize if someone had a tattoo. I mean, he did it with, the last chick, or the last old man in the episode, The Trap. He recognized him after a bit. And so, I highly doubt we're going for the same thing, to where, this person's disguising themselves and looking like someone completely different. So I'm just like, I feel like this person has a tattoo, but at the same time, I feel like maybe they don't have a tattoo, because Shiraishi might have known after all the time he was, spending with this individual. So, the question is, how does this person know so much? How do they know about, Asurpa's father? I mean, we do know that this person is like an Ainu fortune teller that travels around to different villages. So, I mean, maybe through word of mouth, this person found out about Asurpa's father, found out about the gold and stuff like that. But even then, though, this person obviously knows a lot more than they're actually letting on. And you have it to where throughout the episode, I want to be honest here, I don't really believe much in fortune telling. I mean, I know it can be helpful and stuff. I'm not the biggest person that believes in it. I'm sorry if you believe in it. I'm not putting you down for it. I'm just saying I don't personally believe in it. And seeing, that situation, I'm just like, this person obviously, with all this information they know about Asurpa and what they're doing, tattoos and stuff like that, it obviously means that this person knows too much. That they have been in contact, most likely, maybe with Asurpa's father. Which, that's where I want to go with this. So, I'm assuming that this Ainu probably does actually frequently talk with Asurpa's father, gets information, and probably relays things about Asurpa to the father before he can know what's going on, or the whereabouts of the gold, for all we know. That's what I think is going on here, but I could be wrong. Anyways, let's talk about the situation with Shiraishi and kind of how he got fooled in this episode. So the man, he got caught up in gambling and making quick and easy money, and a little bit of conflict did pop up, letting us know that if, Sugimoto was to get a lot of money, would he just, up and leave Asurpa and not help her out whatsoever? And that is a very logical question, because, I mean, right now, Sugimoto's goal in the series is to get money to help out his friend's wife and all that, and help her and, support her. And so, if, for instance, he was to get that money somehow from a different means, would he just up and leave Asurpa and just like, yeah, bye and all that, and just never see her again? That's what, you would assume. But obviously, there's a lot more going on here now than just, the money situation to help out the person's wife. He obviously wants to help out Asurpa to avenge her father, find her father, and figure out where the gold is for her people. So, at the end of the day, I think the goal has shifted a little bit. For instance, there's more attached to Sugimoto. He's got more baggage now. Instead of just, wanting to get his own ideals or what he wants, he's now helping out Asurpa and helping her achieve what she wants too. So he's not going to just get up and leave. So that does show how he's closely connected with Asurpa, and he does care about her, and he's not just going to leave her hanging like nothing if, he does get money. Now, besides that, we also have Ogata in this episode, and he makes like a confrontation, like he contacts Hijikata. And this is very fascinating, because I really did not expect it. It's, in a way, I should have predicted it, thinking about, how Ogata, he went his own way, and he's running away from Tsunami, but he's getting with Hijikata, helping him out to be his bodyguard, which is, that's pretty scary, because, I mean, that dude Ogata, he is a really good shot. We saw what he was doing in the previous episode. So, yeah, Hijikata's got a very powerful bodyguard. I wonder if he's going to allow it, like if Hijikata's going to allow the man to join him. And then Tsunami, he's obviously hunting for more tattoos and stuff. He was, hunting a grave robber in this episode, or towards the end, actually, he pops up. And I really like that little ear gag. Once again, it goes back to one of the quirks of what I like about Golden Kamuy. For instance, being able to shift between comedy and serious moments. It's just so jarring. For instance, when you see how, Nikaido, he was just grabbing the ear and all that, and he was putting it up to, Tsunami's, face. He's like, I want your ear and all that. And he's like, okay, when I die and all that, I'll let you have my ear. That's just really creepy. It's like Nikaido has gotten a fetish now, or a fascination with ears. He just wants ears now or something. So, the man's not stable. He's not right in the head whatsoever. But okay, is there anything else to really talk about? I mean, we have the conclusion, we have the stuff with the horse races. I guess that's something I could talk about. So, the Mafia gets involved in this episode, and it does make me wonder if they're going to also have a role to play in the story, or were they just used in this episode just for the horse races? Because for them to, or for the writer to introduce the Mafia, I feel like they might want the gold as well, because at the end of the day, Mafia wants to make a profit. And so they might find out about the gold and join in the race. So that means that it would be like a four-way fight. Instead of just, Sugimoto's group, to Hijikata's group, to, also, Tsunami's group, it would also be the Mafia as well. So 4 groups competing for the gold if the Mafia does, in fact, pitch in. So I do wonder if that's what was being set up with those horse races, because besides that, there wasn't really much else that was being implied here, besides, you know, the new character that was introduced in the last episode being very good at horse riding, and he can get away pretty good. But that's pretty much about it. And also, he's a good guy, too. Obviously, he was trying to respect the horse and the life of the horse, so he's a good guy. It doesn't seem like he's that bad of a person. But that's about it, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy my content, you know, please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like. And I love you guys. If you want to get notified for whenever I upload a video, please click the bell icon down below. And with that, Chibi out.